Hi everybody, Assalamu alaikum, rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to my Muslim brothers, and hi to my non-Muslim brothers in martial arts. One of my students asked me a question about martial arts, to how do you know it's going to work when you learn something and believe in it, that it does work. Yeah, it's a good question. First of all, you must know how to practice first and understand what you're practicing. And you must also do repetitions of drills getting inside your mind and into your body. And then you must do some sparring. It's very, very important, so you can see what works and what don't work. And it's not a real fight, it's a practicing. So we don't go in hard. We just go through and do certain techniques and see what will happen. And later on, you start putting pressure onto it with each other to see can you maintain your structure and your technique at the same time. That is hard, okay? That's experience. That's what you need, okay? And you need patience. For when you learn anything, especially martial arts, like my Wing Chun, you need patience, you need understanding, you need feeling, you need connection, you need all these things, and without these things, nothing will work, yes? So it's very important, when you understand something very well and you believe in it, you implement it and put it into your practice when you are practicing. That's very, very important. Every style is different and everybody has their way of teaching. You've got to find the best way for you, how you want to learn or what you prefer, the way of studying, because every teacher is different when they teach. At the bottom line, when you do fight someone or somebody, or with each other, all you try and do is in practice, reality, in practice, all you try and do is try to put the techniques into practice and see can they come out. That takes time, so you have to have a lot of patience. But unfortunately, if you do get in a real fight and someone approach you and want to fight you and you have no choice to not to back down or not to talk your way out, someone just rush you, you have to go by what you know, your experience, your feelings, what you have learned in the past, and you pray that it comes out and you can use it, okay? So, I always tell my guys, when they're playing or with each other, sparring each other, it's them and their students, or them and their classmates, or them and their teacher. But in a real fight, it's them and their opponent. I won't be there with you to help you, guide you, to tell you what to do. You have to do responsive and do your best to see what you can bring out. If you think you cannot handle the situation and the situation occurs, you try to avoid it as much as possible. You might have to run, you might have to talk your way out. But if someone pinches you in the corner and you have no choice to fight, and you try to do the best what you can do, But when it comes down to it, it's really understanding your techniques, practicing with each other in harmony. So I always try and teach my students that very most important thing when you are practicing with your classmate, you're in harmony. We're not trying to knock each other heads off. We're not trying to damage each other. We are literally practicing, okay? If you get that with each other, that is the first way to practice. Get the text into your mind and into your body without being afraid or someone's going to take your eyes out or knock your knees out or break a rib in practice. If you have that intention, or two people have that intention, you get scared and you're not too sure what will happen, and you might just rush in like a mad person just to win, or someone's hitting you at any cost. That is not practicing. That is really close to fighting in the class. Yes, so you have to know the difference between practicing in the class and real life situation. But it's very important. I always encourage people or my students to practice in harmony with each other, to bring up their techniques and fight outside the box. When you fight with someone a different style, it's completely different. Okay, you fight with the same style all the time, or practice the same style all the time, you might presume your technique might work, because if you play with someone who does Wing Chun and his Wing Chun is better than yours, obviously he's going to win. But if the person who does Wing Chun and he plays someone different other than Wing Chun, he might have a problem and he might lose. He may win. It all depends on the situation of the knowledge you know and the understanding you know and how you put it into practice. So there's a lot of things involved when you're practicing. When you've got to believe in something, you understand that there is fear, there is understanding, there is energy, there is sensitivity, there's reaction, there is technique. You know, you might have technique, but you might be scared, so you will lose. You might have courage and no technique, you'll still lose. You know, like you might have confidence, but no techniques. So you need both confidence and techniques and understanding. You need all these three things. Yes, and to get that, you need to participate in sparring with each other, or participating sparring with other styles to see what can work or what don't work. But this is always experience. Okay, so this is how you get confidence, and this is how you get understand what you can do and what you cannot do. Okay, I hope this can benefit all my students and anybody else who's listening to this little short talk about how to improve your practice, how to overcome courage and overcome fear. I just finished my workshop. With people enjoy the workshop that I did. I was covering all concept of that. But the most important thing, you do to have connection, contact. This is the ultimate one, contact. If you never had contact before in any sort of sparring or any fighting, you might be scared when the fight happens. So contact is very, very important. So any style or any sport that's got any contact fighting ability, that is good. But if it's same style with same style, it just means that the person who is doing the same style as you, he's better than you, and that's it really. You put a senior with a junior, same style, the senior will win. If you put a beginner with advanced, the advanced will win. If you put someone done martial art for 10 years and someone done martial art for 1 year, the same style, the one done 10 years will win. You see, because it's the same style. But you play with different style, like I said, it might be a different ball game. You might be scared. You're not too sure what you're going to do, how you're going to react. So sometimes it is just experience in fighting with different things or different styles to overcome the fear of other things. If you just fight the same style all the time, you might presume you're okay and you might be in trouble later on. So, like I said, very important is connection, contact with each other, understanding, know the feeling, know the energy. A small person might fight a big person, and if the small person overcome the big person, it's because the big person or the small person has got techniques and he's got courage. But if the big person got courage like the small person, it's a different story again. You don't know, anybody could win. It depends on the person's ability, what you can do, or what you're scared of or not scared of, and then you can perform very well. But the bottom line is to have contact, practice with each other. Okay, so practice with each other first in harmony. Don't try and knock each other heads off. Don't try to win or lose. Try to understand what works and what don't work, and that's it really when you're practicing. And when you come in real life situation, we pray that we don't fight in real life situation or have to use it in any situation. We're just practicing just in case we need to use it. And that's it really. So don't try to learn martial arts to go and fight someone, beat someone up, or try to prove something that your style is better. No. That's why I don't go in competition, because competition gives you ego, and all you want to do is win at any cost, and that's it really. It doesn't really teach you character or understanding about yourself, or it's teaching you ego to just want to win. So I try and teach my guys to be in harmony with each other, have no ego in practice, and try to develop their Wing Chun to the best of their ability by practicing with each other, and that's it really. Like I said, just a short talk, some information. I hope people can benefit from this little talk I'm giving, and they can use it in their advantage when they're practicing. Martial art is martial arts. Martial art means like any style. You might be practicing, might be Tai Chi, Taekwondo, Judo, Hong Kong, Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, Wing Chun, MMA, many other styles. These are all martial arts. But when you ask someone what martial art style do you do, then you might say, I do Judo, or Wing Chun, or Karate, or Pat Mei, or Hong Kong, or Tai Chi. This is a boxing. Yeah, these are all different kind of styles, basic practice, or even karate, also a style. Even wushu, it's also a style. Some styles are performance styles, some styles are fighting styles, some styles are health styles. It depends what you're looking for, and that's it really. Yes. So thanks again for watching. Just little information giving you guys, and you can benefit from it. Bye for now. Siba Lewison, or Daigo, or Usama, Brother Usama, or Uncle Usama. Assalamu alaikum, rahmatullahi barakatuh, and bye to all my non-Muslim martial art brothers. Okay, thanks for watching.